Imagine stepping outside into an ice age winter. Temperatures are below freezing. Snow covers the landscape. There are no heated homes, no sleeping bags, and no modern camping gear. Your survival depends on a shelter made from the remains of one of the largest animals to ever walk the earth, the woolly mammoth. But could a mammoth hide tent actually keep you alive through a freezing ice age night? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dino Man Podcast, episode number 29. I'm your host, Tyler Williams, and today we're exploring one of the most fascinating survival technologies of the Ice Age. After a viewer commented about building a family-sized party tent from mammoth hides and tusks, it got me wondering, could a mammoth hide shelter really protect you from the brutal conditions of the Ice Age? Let's find out. Believe it or not, there's real archaeological evidence that Ice Age humans used mammoth remains to build shelters. Across parts of Eastern Europe, archaeologists have discovered circular structures made from mammoth bones. Some of these sites date back more than 15,000 years. These ancient hunters lived in environments where wood could be scarce, especially during colder periods. Mammoths provided not only food, but also materials for tools, fuel, and shelter construction. While the hides themselves rarely survive in the fossil record, many researchers believe thick mammoth skins were likely stretched over bone frameworks to create protective shelters. So how might a mammoth hide tent have worked? First, large bones and tusks could have been arranged to form a sturdy frame. Mammoth tusks, which could reach lengths of more than 10 feet, may have helped support parts of the structure. Next, thick hides would be stretched across the framework, creating walls that blocked wind and trapped heat. Unlike modern camping tents, these shelters weren't designed to be lightweight or portable. They were built for survival in one of the harshest conditions humans have ever faced. This is where things get interesting. A mammoth hide was incredibly thick compared to the materials used in most modern tents. That thickness would have provided insulation against cold winds and helped retain heat inside the shelter. Many Ice Age people likely used fires within or near their shelters, adding another important source of warmth. Would it feel comfortable by modern standards? Probably not. But compared to sleeping directly in the open during an Ice Age winter, a mammoth hide shelter would have been a major improvement. If you were transported back to the Ice Age and given a properly constructed mammoth hide shelter, could you survive a single night? Assuming the shelter was well built, you had warm clothing, access to fire, and protection from extreme weather, your chances would be fairly good. Without those things, however, survival would become much more difficult. The shelter alone wouldn't guarantee survival, but it can make the difference between life and death in freezing conditions. Now let's talk about the viewer comment that inspired this episode. One viewer suggested building a family-sized party tent using mammoth hides, with tusks serving as supports and decorations. It's definitely a fun idea to imagine. A full-size mammoth could provide a tremendous amount of hide, and multiple mammoths could theoretically supply enough material for a very large shelter. Of course, Ice Age people weren't building party tents. Their goal was simple: survival. Still, it shows how impressive these animals were, not just in life, but also in the many ways humans may have used their remains. One of the most fascinating parts of this story isn't the mammoths, it's the people. Early humans faced extreme environments with limited resources, yet they developed creative solutions that allowed them to survive. By using the materials available around them, they adapted to conditions that would challenge most of us today. The story of mammoth shelters is really a story about human ingenuity and resilience. Whether they were made from mammoth bones, hides, or a combination of both, Ice Age shelters demonstrate just how resourceful our ancestors were. These structures helped people survive some of the coldest conditions humans have ever experienced. Now I want to hear from you. If you had the chance, would you spend one night in a mammoth hide shelter during the Ice Age? Let me know down in the comments below. Alright, that's it for episode 29. From mammoth bones to Ice Age survival, these ancient shelters show just how far humans would go to stay alive in a frozen world. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and hit that subscribe button to see more prehistoric discoveries and survival stories right here on Dino Man Podcast. And don't forget to check out the Dino Man brand t-shirts at dinomanpodcast.com and support the channel. Thank you so much for listening to Dino Man Podcast. This is your host, Tyler Williams, signing out.